Good evening, Internet. My name is Morph, and welcome to a match of StarCraft, which I'm hoping will be a lot like my penis, in that it is both short and sweet. Now, representing STX, we have the living legend, the god of war, JulyZerg, and then up against him for CJ is Much. Now, Much is a Protoss player whose worst matchup is actually against Zerg, whereas JulyZerg's strongest matchup is against Protoss, so the win could be going for STX. Another thing, I know it's not an iron rule within the land of StarCraft that the more matches a player plays, the better he gets. However, JulyZerg does have nearly double the amount, 1 moment 0, double the amount of professional games with close to 400 professional games, which is a lot, which is a lot. So I'm hoping we will see some good play from JulyZerg. I'm hoping maybe that Much will try something risky, it will fail horribly, and then it'll get overrun by alien scum. So, cough. We have 3 o'clock position in blue, Much, the Protoss player, and then July up in the top left in teal, I do believe. Now, as I was saying, this match doesn't last a long time, so either one of the players just gets unlucky, or possibly goes for a wrong build order, or possibly just gets proxied or cheesed. Now, one of the things that's very important about StarCraft, and if anyone is trying to get better at actually playing StarCraft, first thing you want to do is ignore everything I say, because I am terrible, and I know that a lot of commentators say, oh, I'm really bad at StarCraft, but they will all whoop my ass. I am the worst commentator on the earth. However, reverse to that, also, although I barely win any games, I also cannot be cheesed. I say this right now, I am cheese proof. Lactose is intolerant of me, not the other way round. Shh. So, JulyZerg going for the Overlord scout. But anyway, the point before that ramble, and I got all confuzzled, is that if you want to learn to get better and you're watching your replays, it's obviously being able to pinpoint the exact moment where you lose. Because the thing is, your opponent doesn't win, you lose. You're the one who has to GG, you're the one who has to declare defeat, your opponent doesn't win, you lose. Anyway, so, based in that in mind, let's play a little game together, and because we know it's all going to be over quite soon, we're nearly 3 minutes into a 9-minute video, so there's going to be some bluffing at the end. So we're talking maybe, probably 5 minutes of actual gameplay left. So let's all try and shout out at home when we think it's going to be that the person has lost the match to the other. So, gateway up for Much, spawning pool up for JulyZerg. July started off with the 12 hatch. Much started off with the gateway and the pylon. I do believe Much, or rather July, might have 2 overlords out. I could be wrong. Much gets the scout in first. That's probably not won the game for him, but who knows? We could get back and decide that that is the victory point. So we have a zealot making his way over there to lay down a little bit of pain upon him. Now we have the extractor coming down as well for JulyZerg. Was going out with that drone but saw the zealot and decided to send it back following. I don't know if he's maybe going to try and use the drone to get some damage off. Much actually also being a tad conservative. He's left one of his zealots back there as a little defense in case the Zerg player just does a run by. We have 4 Zerglings out on the field. By math, 4 Zerglings are supposed to be able to beat a zealot if they get this around, but that probe is there as a slight wild card just to help him out. Now we have the expansion going down for Much, and then just 4 Zerglings going in. That's not really, there's still no gas for Much, there is that, so he's going for an initial zealot based build. Those 4 Zerglings will not be able to deal with the 3 zealots that are there now, so they will have to retreat. That probe, you see, that probe and zealot there worries me. JulyZerg, that might be what has won it. JulyZerg might be all worrying about this, and then as soon as he has enough minerals, he'll be able to maybe use that probe to get off an early proxy, maybe build a cannon behind his opponent's mineral line. We did see the cybernetics core going down, but then cancels it for a forge, and now we see July with the Hydralisk den. So the run by has been successful. We didn't actually see when it happened, but rather than engaging the forces, and now we see the relief force of Zerglings coming in. So yes, he managed to do a little bit of dancing with the Zerg, pulled the zealots off the line, and then managed to shift in with those forces. Still got those 4 Zerglings there watching that probe and zealot like a hawk. And so now we do see the Zerglings coming in, going for the pylon. If he gets that pylon down, it will shut down production on that gateway, and that could be what wins the game. It is hard to say. So at the moment, I'm saying the things that could turn the tide. Lots of death going on. Now the Zerglings will need to come in and help. More Zerglings coming in, getting in the surround. I do believe the Zerglings have this. There are still 2 zealots there trying to attack that photon cannon. They take down the photon cannon, or possibly, I think it might have been countered. Even more relief force coming in. All the probes come in. Not all of the probes, but most of the probes come in. Now attacking the Nexus. Probably should be attacking the warp pylon instead. To be honest, I wonder if that, yes, and still that 1 probe is sat there. If he can soak this, you see, if he'd have attacked the probe there instead of the Nexus, then he wouldn't have been able to lay down that thing, but then again is able to take it out anyway. So the expansion fails. Now he goes for it, and this could be what wins it. So it's either this early Zergling harass, or it's possibly, and there's a lot there. Although zealots do favour being on the ramp, I think there are just too many Zerglings. But no, the Zerglings are just dying. They're not able to get this round that they just need, and then the probes come out again. So this might be the fail. I'm still so worried about that 1 probe that's back at JulyZerg's base. I really think that is going to be what costs him this match if he does not win. There's just 2, and now we see the Hydra coming in. Now we see the first Hydra coming in for a little bit of death, and it morphs into a lurker. It's morphing into a lurker. OMG, I do not believe it. That lurker could be the thing that turns the tide. And there we see a cannon coming in, probes and zealots trying to block the thing. Clearly just the second lurker tech was researched. He goes for it now, trying to take down the odd probe or 2. So we've seen some serious damage. Too much his economy in order to stay in the game. He is just doing that, and there is the lurker. We have no detectors other than that cannon, which has not been able to warp in yet. If the Zerglings can do exactly like that, get their way round, get rid of the cannon, then he is in trouble. The cannon does go up, so now we see some trouble, but the cannon is about to go down. The cannon is down, there is no detection, and the Zerglings flow in. Oh yes, I do believe we might have seen the win. This is going to be it now. The lurkers will get near the mineral line, all the probes will die. All he's got to do is take down that 1 more cannon, and then it is game over, man. Game over. Bill Paxman rocks. So yeah, I do believe that was it. Unless that 1 probe back at the base still comes back and destroys everything. But no, GG. Oh, little pout there from Much. Sorry, mate. You ain't played nearly 400 games. Booyah! Yes, sir, you get your clapsies. Anyway, hope you had fun as always. Big love and good night.